The following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists, located on South Avenue in Boardman.
You know, I pride myself on not being a typical car salesman. People close their own deals in my desk. I don't ask them, anything other than if they like the car, if they like me, you know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, let's do it. If not, no harm, no foul. I'm born and raised on the West Side, so I love being able to help all the people that I grew up with. I'm Bobby Bashara, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, inside the friendly confines of beautiful Raider Stadium here in Canfield, Ohio. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you on tonight's call as the Raiders welcome in the Jefferson Falcons, a much-improved Jefferson program, and they are on the hunt, and this would be a signature win for them, but South Range, Randy, just keeps on rolling. No matter who's in front of them, they just keep knocking them down like dominoes.
Yeah, South Range is on a roll right now, and I think Jefferson, this is a game that Division 5 against Division 5, the two smallest schools in the conference. This is the team that they've got to, look up to some extent.
Well, yeah, I mean, you think about it, and we've talked about this before. South Range is a small school's dream. They look at South Range and they go, this is how you build a program with a small school. Jefferson, across the way there on the other sideline, they're no different. They're sitting looking at the Raiders saying, we're in the same size division as you. We want to see what you're doing because we want to do what you're doing here and build a program here over the course of time.
Yeah, and I think Coach Rankin, when he was there last year and the year before, and I'm not real sure who the coach is this year.
Coach Hanna,
sorry.
yep.
Yeah. He saw something in this group, and I know talking to him, he saw something special. They were young, that they had some talent coming up, and he coached at South Range. He knows the culture at South Range, and he tried to implement that toughness, that work ethic, and, it's something that I think his mark is still on there, and I'm sure Coach Hanna's, trying to continue on with that.
Back to kick is number 66, the senior, Ben Feek. He'll be back to boot it away from the 40-yard line. And week 8, ladies and gentlemen, is underway. This one is going to be taken up inside the 30 and getting up to almost the 40, maybe over the 40.
Joey Plunkett.
Is going to be Plunkett. Yep, good call there, partner. You know all the numbers. You're the human thesaurus and encyclopedia of South Range. If I go back years, can you remember what numbers they were? Probably close, right?
Somewhat, yeah, maybe. I could, names, yeah.
Names, yeah, you're all over names. I'm a number guy. 11:56, just getting started. Here we go from the 38-yard line. Two receivers split out to the right. And, of course, Skurpak, the quarterback. Quick flip over to the right side, trying to find some space right off the get-go. Nice little gainer And some room, still on his feet, trying to find some more room. Still going. He's got a band of people in front, and he's into the end zone. 62-yard touchdown to start the game for South Range.
You had Jefferson in a 4-3. They had two guys out on there. We got a flag out
there. Oh, take the points off the board. That was, wow. What did you see on defense from Jefferson?
They were in a 4-3. South Range had two guys to the right, and so you had a outside linebacker and a corner out there. So they using the mismatch between the outside linebacker and the slot receiver with Shane to jump back and do a little hitch.
So the Raiders won't have to go all the way back. It'll be at the 27-yard line. And Skurpak sends two to the left this time. Sidecar to his left. Dylan Dominguez, man in motion. They go flip over to the left side. Out of the backfield, it looks like Jones. Jones trying to find that corner, and he'll get a little bit. And Connor Jones.
About 12, 13 yards.
Enough for a first down, right?
Yep.
We'll take it.
That's where you're trying to fake the ball, little play action with the tailback up the middle. You got the wing back coming around, and you dump it off to the outside there. First two plays, it looks like they're trying to work the outsides on these guys.
Ball on the 14, Skurpak in the gun. To his right, he's got a back, and he's got two receivers spread out. They're going to go handoff. Dominguez looking to the corner, trying to push his way through, and does a nice job of getting near the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 11.
And again, they're trying to work the outside. You know, I think they're trying to set up some up-the-middle stuff down the road.
And you love that. I mean, being able to work the outside and spread everybody out opens everything literally in the middle of the field, which is good for running backs.
Well, typically, like, football philosophy is you establish the middle and then you're getting the side. But when you know a team's going to, send 8 guys, 7 guys, then you try to expose the outside.
One to the left and a trio to the right for Skurpak this time. Dominguez to the right hip of Skurpak. He's looking to the end zone, gets it to his man, and is taken out of bounds quickly.
Probably close to the first down. Jefferson was actually in a good defense there. They were backing off the 4-3. They were in a 4-3 set, but they had their outside Sam that was backing off into pass coverage. It's almost like they were expecting a pass there.
Last pass completed to J.D. Krause.
I would expect a run with the quarterback probably here.
Skurpak. Twins to the right. He's got Dominguez as well. There it is. You called it. And into the end zone goes Billy the Kid. And that's a touchdown, Raiders. So you can try to stop him, but you can only slow him down on that drive.
Well, they use Dylan as a decoy, and the last couple of weeks we've really seen this a lot. Really is everybody's
keying on 34.
Yeah, and you're just opening up everybody else, and that's why I think the South Range, Wayne Allegretto is trying to expose the outsides on the defense. And
Luke Starkey goes up. That one is good. So 7-0 South Range. We'll get thoughts on the first drive with Randy Dominguez. We come back here on YSN.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Oakley, Randy Dominguez, 7-0 South Range, 10:31 to go in the first quarter. The Raiders a 5-play touchdown drive to get this baby started. Ball fielded at about the 10-yard line, trying to find some room.
Gone.
See you later. He's got nothing but space. Somebody call the Dixie Chicks because he's got wide open spaces on replay.
Cage Bozar, freshman.
Wow.
We talked about him before the game. He was, one of the highlights of their younger players. And
a 90-yard kick return. My goodness.
Nice run. He just turned it on and went. That's what you want out of a kick returner, someone who's not zigging and zagging and looking for lanes. He sees a tiny crease and he shoots it. He didn't have a tiny crease. He had a freeway to run through there.
He hit the nos at about the 20 and didn't hold back. Kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, we are tied. I guess I guessed it because it was already 7-7. We'll take another break, pay some bills, be back. The Raiders get the ball. We could be in for a wild night at the saloon here, Cowboy. Back after.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Canfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you. Fike back to kick it away. A 90-yard kick return, a 5-play drive for the Raiders, and we are all ready to go. I think everybody's primed up for this one, huh?
I think Jefferson did exactly what they need to do. And, you're out here trying to establish yourself, trying to, make kids believe in your program. And, Paul and I talked about it last week at the Niles game. When you're an underdog in a game, you got to use the special teams as a weapon, because that's typically you have younger kids out there on the field on your kickoff return, your punt return. You're trying to get them some time underneath the lights, and that's a great time to expose a team that on paper is got an edge on you.
Ball set up on the right hash. Raiders will send out Shane Lindstrom to the far left. Bottom of your screen, now we have Skurpak looking to throw the ball. Billy going to step up, and will be taken down just beyond the line of scrimmage. So a short gain, let's call it 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, and it was a pass play. The tailback was actually open on the little wheel route there, and Billy didn't see him. They had everything else covered. They're playing soft. They're trying to be the deepest guy on the field, which is smart. Don't give up the big pass play.
I'm trying to find out what number that end is on the right side. That's a big boy.
Yeah, he's tall.
Raiders line up once again. Aiden Leone to the far left this time.
Empty backfield.
They go end around. Raiders trying to get that edge with Jones. Jones able to get a little bit of it. He'll be up past the 1st down, so it will be good enough to move the chains.
Nah, it's right at.
They're not going to give it to him.
It's going to be close.
Yep, there it is. There's the signal.
Went with an empty backfield, which you haven't seen a lot of out of South Range.
Starting to fall in love with that end around. They do like that edge
The
play.
jet, yeah, they run the jet a lot just to stretch you, keep you honest on your contain.
2 Raiders to the right side. Skurpak goes fake. They go over the middle. This one's caught. They got some room. Lots of room. Down the sidelines and taken down inside the 20-yard line. It's Lindstrom showing off that speed again.
Grant Hitchcock made a nice play on that as a safety. He took a good angle on Shane. Shane showed on that one touchdown run that he had that got called back that he can make you miss, and Jefferson was tackling high on that and cost them. They were lucky enough to get the penalty called, to stop that, but that time Hitchcock made a nice play, good angle on him.
Ball spotted right at the 20. Skirpak comes out, a receiver to each side. He's got Dominguez behind him in the pistol. They go handoff. Dillon looking for some room. He's got it. Right side. He's got plenty of room. He's got plenty of speed, and he's got reservations for 6 in pay dirt land.
That's stretching that outside. They went to, what they've been doing pretty much the whole game up to this point, and then you run a stretch play, and then you tuck Dillon underneath, hand it off to him. He tucks underneath. The defense trying to contain the outside. Got a lane. Somebody made a nice block down there on the safety to keep him from coming over.
Starkey on to kick the extra and give the Raiders a proper 7-point lead on the scoreboard. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is a plenty, and it is good as well. So 14-7, your score with 8:50 remaining here in quarter number 1. Don't go anywhere. Let's see what Jefferson has up their sleeve this time around when we come back on your Sports.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you here. 14-7 Raiders with 8:50 to go in quarter number 1. It's been all scoring thus far. This one's going to be squibbed away brightly by the Raiders. Picked up by Bozar again, I believe. Is it 2
nice
or 3?
Return.
Yeah, that's Bozar.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, nice return. I'm a little surprised they kicked it back to him. I mean,
little safety though, safety net with that squib.
Yeah, and then you got to put it on that kickoff team to not allow that to happen again. Now we'll see what Jefferson does against the defense here.
Guys to keep your eye on, and we've talked about it already. Hitchcock is your quarterback, the junior, number 4. Had some trouble. Came out of the gates fast this year for Jefferson, and then played Hubbard and hasn't seemingly rebounded quite yet.
Yeah, they seem to have trouble throwing the ball against Hubbard. A lot of pressure put on Hitchcock.
They go handoff right up the middle. The Raiders there for the stop. It's going to be a gain of, let's call it 2.5. Second down and, nope, they're going to give them full 3. Second down and 7. Do you like being able to establish, or do you think that they should be coming out hucking and chucking?
I don't mind what they're doing. Danny Bruckman had a nice game against us last year. Established the inside because I think you're gonna set up a little hitch to Hodge on the outside. Maybe to Boskar.
Quickly fires out to the right side. Raiders all over it, and a nice play. Catch was by Patrick Beebe. Wonder if he's. Oh, that's Woodward?
Yeah.
I saw 10 was there. Where's Woodward?
Number 3.
3. I wonder if Beebe's related to Don Beebe of the Buffalo Bills.
I hope not.
Could be a long night.
Let's see if he's got 2 helmets on.
Split backfield. They go handoff. And Woodworth once again gets the handoff, and he is met at the line with resistance from South Range. That'll bring up 4th down. And Lindstrom comes on to field the punt.
Now here's where, if you're Jefferson, you I think scored good on the kickoff return. You're in this game right now. You got a 4th and 5. You're going to try to draw them off sides. They may be looking like they're going to go for it, but I think Hitchcock's their punter as well. But even if you do, you got to try a fake punt. You got to,
Lindstrom's going to come up in coverage here.
Special teams is going to be a big factor in this game.
Yeah, he's going to pooch it away. The old Ben Roethlisberger pooch punt. And that one's going to be nice. That rolls inside to 25, and that's where the Raiders will start. when they get out on offense. So far, so good for the Raiders. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. One could have been real quick, but was brought back on a penalty. Ended up scoring anyway. But you look at this Raiders offense, there is a ton of coaches that are drooling when they watch this footage. And drooling on one side, and then when they realize they have to play them, there's a little bit of nervousness.
They're one of the most well-rounded South Range teams I've seen as far as, they got a quarterback that can throw far. He can throw precise. They got receivers at tight end. Their slots a weapon. Their split out's a weapon. Both their backs can catch the ball out of the backfield. They can run the ball. Quarterback can run the ball.
Pump fakes. He's going to try to get out of trouble. He's being shaken down. One shoulder pad is exposed. Skurpak is on the run. Cuts up the middle to the Raiders logo at the 50 and inside Falcon territory as Billy Skurpak scampers in the Wild Wild West.
And that's one of those you can't defend that plays. You had the quarterback where you wanted him. Nice pass rush. Got a hand on him. He was strong enough to break through it. Like you talk about Ben Roethlisberger, that's
perfect.
Ben move. You just step up and power through that arm on the shoulders. And then he was able to wiggle his way down the field.
I don't know. Billy reminds me of another 17 in the NFL right now. Plays for the Bills. Takes a snap. He goes handoff.
Trying that stretch play again. They
nothing there.
Snuffed it out.
Big tackle by 75. That is Mason Pulowski, the junior. 6 foot 230 defensive lineman.
I think at this point right now, if you're South Range, just quick hitter up the middle. They're starting to stretch. They're starting to worry about the outside contain.
Raiders behind the sticks now, 2nd and 15. Skurpak in the shotgun. He's got everything to his left. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Skurpak looking downfield, stepping up. He's in trouble. Gets the original line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Billy the Kid moving inside the 40-yard line where he's finally taken down, and it'll be 3rd and short for the Raiders.
Again, it was one of those plays that you can't defend when you get a quarterback in a position you want him to, and he's able to break it out. Hitchcock did a really nice job in the open field of just breaking down, taking on the hit instead of diving after him, trying to, be too aggressive on the tackle and missing him.
2 receivers, Lindstrom and Leone. Out to the right. Snap is there. They go handoff up the middle. Oh, look at the Bull doing what the Bull does. Dominguez, see you later. Reservations for 6 again. He wants seconds. In from 38 yards, Dylan Dominguez turns up the heat on the Jefferson Falcons, and it's a touchdown. Raiders.
That's what we talked about just a minute ago. You've been stretching them. Then you got a quick hitter up the middle, and you got a linebacker that takes one bad step to the outside, trying to contain, keep his outside shoulder clean. And then I think Dylan had to miss. He broke one tackle, but after that, it was gone.
Snap, and that one is up and floats over the upright, and good. 21-7. We'll recap the drive when we come back on your Sports Network.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Kickoff is going to be squibbed once again. Bozar going to try to pick it up, and it's caught before he ever gets there, and the takedown at the top of your screen. I know, Randy, you're a little bit non-biased, I should say. I try not to put too much on your plate when we talk about 34, but my goodness, did you see that? He put his shoulder down, and it was kapuya.
I think it was a little shoulder shake that kind of got the linebacker on his heels, and then gave him an advantage just to drop the shoulder on him once he got up to him. I don't think it was a full-blown run over, but it looks that way until you slow it down on film.
Oh, there it is. Papa's going to slow it down on film. Falcons back out.
I think that was Joey Bruckman returning that kick. That's Danny's, I'm assuming that's Danny's little brother, who was their tailback last year.
Snap is going to be taken, and the handoff up the middle, left side. Woodworth again, it looks like. And that's the correct call. Gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7. Another 5-play drive for the Raiders. That one going 70-plus yards and a 38-yard touchdown by Dylan Dominguez, and the Raiders have a 21-7 advantage. There you are. You're all caught up.
Yeah, and it's when defense is, everybody knows that South Range can run the ball. Nice run by Hitchcock.
Yeah, that's a very nice run. Gets them near midfield. They're going to mark them down at the 47-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. Game that everybody has their eye on tonight, partner. Brookfield and LeBray. 3:40 to go in LeBray, and the Vikings have a 7-0 lead on Brookfield.
Quick offense here.
Yeah, they're not going to waste any time in the huddle right now as they break probably midway. So I'm going to say 2nd down and 4 most likely.
And that's not a bad. I like that tempo with them because, South Range is a strong side, weak side defense. Just line it up, no huddle. Jump out there, get on it, and don't let the guys, hopefully catch them in a shift. That's something as you can, if these guys continue to do that and they continue to hurt you with it, the defense has just got to get set and just play. And then that potentially, if Jefferson can recognize a weakness, they can take advantage of it.
Snap is there. They go handoff again. Woodworth trying to roll his way towards a 1st down. He'll get a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Falcons. They're really putting Woodworth to work here tonight.
Yeah. Just chew up the clock. Keep South Range offense off the field.
3:33 and ticking away. 3rd down and 3 as the bells chime here in Raider country. Ball on the 46. Hitchcock in the gun. He's got protection to his left and his right. Calls for it, takes it. He's going to take it himself. He's going to have the 1st down and more. He got a nice stiff arm and finds his way out of bounds. No flags, so that one's going to stand.
Oh, that was a beautiful stiff arm, yeah. Got the edge. They were able to seal it. They got number 42, Preston Reams, out there as an H-back. Seems like they're running to his side the majority of the time, and he was able to get on the outside and seal that edge so that there was no contain for the defense. And it was one-on-one with Hitchcock in the corner, put a nice stiff arm down, made the safety come up and make the play.
1st and 10 for the Falcons, looking to get in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight, the 1st time on offense. Scored on a 90-yard kickoff return by Cage Bozar.
It's their 2nd.
That one is caught up. 2nd what, touchdown?
2nd offensive series for them.
Well, I'm just saying, first touchdown if they were to get in.
This is where Jefferson's, looks like South Range is doing a little run blitzing. You got to spit the ball out to the outside.
And that causes all kinds of havoc.
Yep.
2nd down, now they're behind the sticks. 2nd down and 11 for the Falcons. Banana bunch up at the top of the screen there. You got 4 Falcons ready to fly and 1 down to the bottom. 5 receivers set for Jefferson. Hitchcock. Ball should be coming out hot. He's looking, firing downfield, and that pass is caught and immediately hit. Nice defense, and that's Dylan Dominguez cleaning up that tackle.
Yeah, Dylan came up and racked him pretty good. Who was that, number 6? Oh, that was Boskar. They were set. They set up in a bunch, and what that does is, most defenses are going to read that. They're going to do the hitch, or the quarterback can run it. Pump fake it and then try to run it up the middle. And that was kind of a nice design play where they allowed the what should be the blockers on the hitch. One of them released and got down in the middle of the zone.
Snap. Hitchcock goes handoff. It looks to be Woodworth again. He's stacked up right at the line, maybe a little bit behind it, and I think that is going to be a loss of 1.
But it's playing into their scheme, though. You know, Woodworth's job right now is to keep those linebackers between the tackles. You know, open up some outside plays, open up that outside run for Hitchcock, which we saw already. And those quick hitters to Hodges and Bosgar outside.
Again, we see the 4 receiver set to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom for Hitchcock. Usually 5 receiver set, you've seen that thing come out hot.
He might hit Hodge here.
Looking to his left, firing over the middle. He's got a man at the 15, and
nice
he's
catch in
upended.
traffic.
Pennick on the tackle, it looked like.
Yeah, Corey's an athlete. Corey can probably, I would say, can jump higher than anybody on this South Main
No
Street.
kidding.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 4 is where we're at now. Jefferson liking that banana bunch to the top, and they're going to shuffle things around a little bit.
Well, you got numbers out there, and South Range really isn't shifting to match numbers when they go in that bunch.
Snap. Dropping back Hitchcock. He's got pressure rolling out to his right. He's going to take it himself, and he is going to be upended, but it will be a first down, and we saw the ball get loose.
Yeah, he was down.
And they're going to see, yep, you're right.
Corey Pennick made a nice open field tackle. I know that, Hitchcock gained another 3 yards after he hit him, though, but he was able to get out in front of him, break down. And that's a situation that's good discipline by the defense as far as Corey goes, to not come up hard on him, try to stop him from the first down and give up the touchdown. Break down, give him the first down, live the fight another day.
1st and goal now for the Falcons as they talk things over in the backfield, turn to the sidelines to get the play. And that's actually going to end the first quarter. So after 1, the Raiders 21, Falcons 7. We'll take a break. 2nd quarter coming at you. We return right here on your Sports Network. Now is the time to think about your future, where you want to go, what you want to be. Your future can start now at Kent State Salem or Kent State East Liverpool. We have programs that will open doors and provide opportunities for you to pursue your passion. We are affordable. We are close. You call it hometown. We call it Kent State University. Learn more at www.kent.edu/Columbiana. You belong here.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear that score? Hubbard and Girard, 8-8.
Yeah.
Whoa, baby. You can watch that right here on the network. Don't go away from ours, though, because this one is far from over, my friends.
It's a non-kicking game.
1st and goal inside the 10. They go handoff. That one not going very far. The pile moves a little bit towards the end, and they'll get it inside the 5-yard line, gain of 1.
Give a lot of credit to Jefferson's front. They're doing a good job of – Hitchcock has time to throw the ball when he, and what they're doing with that bunch, we can get into it here if we got a minute, but the line is actually doing a really good job. They're getting penetration. I mean, they're moving the ball forward, and they're going to force South Range to pound that middle, to fill that middle, and then they're going to bust them on a slant route or a hitch or the quarterback on the outside. But what they're doing in that bunch formation, and South Range isn't shifting to get equal numbers of
What do
defenders.
they want, 4-on-4? That's what they're looking for?
And South Range is fine with that because they're in the zone. And as long as Hitchcock doesn't have time to make anything of that, it's fine.
Okay.
But if he has time to make something of that, you're going to end up with two guys in one zone, and you got a guy deep, and then something underneath is always going to be there.
Handoff. There you go with Woodworth again, down to the 1. So he's gained a yard on every single carry, just beating it up down low. And you said just keep beating up the middle.
Yep.
And you think they're going to spring one here, the outside, 4th down, and from the 3?
From the 3, they're going to have to go. I would do play action, run the quarterback off the end, or do a hitch to the outside. Come out in the same formation, though, because
everybody's tight. Everybody's tight. There's no receivers anywhere to be seen.
Yeah, they're playing in a phone booth right now. And if I'm Jefferson right now and I can send the message, I'm gonna put this in up the middle. That's a gut punch to South Range.
And I think they're gonna let the clock tick down and take a timeout right before. So timeout taken, 10:06 to go before halftime. We'll take 1-2. Raiders lead 21-7. Jefferson knocking on.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet is back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Little Raiders cheerleaders are out tonight, and they're out in full force with their pink on in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Just a constant reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that millions of people are affected by not just breast cancer, but cancer every year. And to make sure you're maintaining your checkups.
Look for Reams as the H-back, the tight end on the right side to squeeze through and maybe get a pop pass. They're going to try it up the middle.
The middle, and it looks like they're in. Yeah, they are. They push the pile enough, and they are in. So the Falcons get into the end zone the old-fashioned way, and we got ourselves a one-score game, Randy. Just like I'm sure when they announced here at South Range the Hubbard-Girard score. There's a lot of eyebrows up over at Hubbard, I'm sure.
I'm going to tell you, I give a lot of credit to Coach Hanna. That was a ballsy call. And that was, he's sending a message to his team. You gain 3 yards, you're putting it in the hands of your offensive line, basically, is what you're doing. And that's how you build a program. That's how you make guys believe that you can do anything if that front can push guys around.
100%. The Fike kick is up and good. We back with the kickoff right after this on YSN.
Jimmy Sutton here, director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back 21-14, 10 minutes right on the dot, back before we see the Raider Marching Band here tonight. The world-acclaimed South Range Raider Marching Band. I think so. I think they're pretty doggone good. Back to kick. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. Again, I give a ton of credit to Coach Hanna. He's trying to build a program here, send a message to his kids. We ain't afraid of nobody. We're going to go out there and just move you around. I don't care what jersey you wear. Those kids got to have fun playing with him with an attitude like that.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, obviously you want to win, right? You want to walk away with a victory, and what a victory it would be for Jefferson. However, you hang with South Range tonight. That's something you talk about for years to come. And you say, hey, you remember the night that you guys believed in yourselves and we hung, every quarter, every play with the South Range Raiders?
And with the amount of underclassmen that are on the field for Jefferson right now, that's going to pay huge dividends down the road next year, the year after. Their off season is going to be more intense. They're going to hit the weights better. It's that you can't want something, you can't wish something. You got to believe that you have the ability and you have the you can make something happen. You got to believe it. And once you start believing it, that's dangerous.
Speaking of believing, there's a young man who believes as Dylan Dominguez scampers for a first down. Let's see where they mark him out. They're going to say the 36.
And this is where South Range has got to establish what South Range is, and that's running the football. I mean, Jefferson is hanging with them right now. You just got to shove it down their throat, and force everything else right now. Force Jefferson to put 8 guys up there to stop it.
Leone to the bottom of your screen, 2 receivers to the top. Excuse me. Skrpak, fake handoff, looking. He's going to step up. He's got a collision, and he is going to be taken down as there is a trio of Falcons back there to grab the holsters of Billy the Kid and ride him to the ground.
Yeah, and I don't like that call. I'm running the football right there. You just got 12 yards on the last carry. And just how Jefferson is sending a message right now to their kids and sending a message to South Range. South Range right now has got to turn around and send that message back to Jefferson. We got one of the best backs in the valley. Here he is.
Agreed.
You're getting a full dose of him.
This is going to be a fake handoff. Everybody look at 34. Skrpak up the middle, and a flag is going to be thrown at about the 36-yard line, and that's usually not good news for the offense. They've got the the guy holding the sticks on the other side was ahead of everybody. He was walking towards the other end zone. 2nd down and long for South Range now.
And again, and this is a situation where the last 2 plays I'm running the football, and you're probably not in this situation. Now you're in 2nd and 20 almost. And now you pretty much have to pass or do a draw play.
They're saying 2nd and 15 on the scoreboard. I don't think that's accurate. It looks like 2nd and 17.
17, yeah. I do want to say, when they were on the break there between the quarters, they honored Coach Dave Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
All my kids played for him. Every kid at South Range for the past 25, 30 years have been coached by Coach Schmidt.
40 years.
He's been involved with the youth program for 40 years. He's been the head coach, I think, for 30. And everything that these guys are now, he had a part in that.
Oh, this is trouble. A little screen pass, and Dominguez takes it from one 40 to the other. And that is going to be a Raider first down. 2nd down and 17, no problem. Coach Allegretto's got plenty of options for that.
And again, it's when you start getting pressured, I think in any offense, you got to send your message back. You got to put your best out there. Give the ball to your biggest playmaker. And you let Jefferson hang around, and they're just going to you're just feeding the monsters what you're doing. These guys got to, if South Range smart, they're going to bury them.
First down at the 41. Skrpak's going to scamper inside the 40, down to the, let's call it 37. So a gain of, I'm going to say 38, so gain of 3.
I'm really impressed with this Jefferson team. They played us well last year. They put up a lot of points on us. Danny Bruckman had a hell of a night against us.
Yep.
Hitchcock had a great night, throwing the ball, running the ball. Danny was an absolute force that had to be reckoned with up the middle. And, these guys are believing in what they're doing right now.
Raiders split things out, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Fake handoff. They're going to go wide open. Spaces to Pennick. Bottom of your screen, Corey races to the 15-yard line before he's taken out of bounds.
And that was that wheel route with the tailback that was open earlier in the game, and Billy didn't see it. And he saw it that time. Big gainer. Jefferson's defense really doesn't have an answer for that wheel route right now. The corner's bailing. He's got to stay. Whoever's got the flat responsibility, whether it's the outside linebacker or the corner, but they're not recognizing that back out of the backfield.
2 receivers to the left for the Raiders. They go fake handoff. They go skirt pack up the middle, trying to bully his way into the end zone, and he does. Touchdown, Raiders.
Nice job by the line opening that up, and then from there it was Billy weaving his way through and was able to power his way through from the 2-yard line.
Update from out-of-town scoreboard. An interesting one because, Garrettsville Garfield, 21, Rootstown 0, and we might be on a course with them at some point as well.
Garrettsville's the real deal. There's no question about that.
That one's up and good as well. Let's make it 28-14. Take a timeout. Back after this right here on your Sports Network.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
When I was in high school, one of my closest friends, his father actually worked at Greenwood Chevrolet. You know, selling cars is what we do, but that's not what we're about. It's very rarely ever about the car. It's about how you can make somebody feel. It's about how you could help somebody, and those are the proud moments, and I'm telling you, I got way too many to name, and I could never picture myself working anywhere else. I'm Anthony Facillo, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
And welcome back. Trying to get the camera under control. My apologies as we get this taken care of. Kicks out of bounds, and it will be a legal procedure, and we'll put the football on the 25-yard line to get things started. Oops, sorry, buddy.
That's all right. South Range squib kicked that, and it was going out of bounds, and number 51, who apparently is brought in from out of state because we don't have him on the roster, was trying to field the ball and actually helped it out of bounds, which, you know, instead of getting the ball on the 35, they end up with the ball on the 25.
So they picked up the flag, obviously.
Oh, it was just a marker they threw down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. And look, they're like neon orange now.
Yeah.
So they have the same look as, look at that monster of a bug.
That's a female. That's why they're so big. The males are smaller.
Everything. Everything. That's why you're my guy. I don't ask Siri anymore. I call Randy. Hitchcock in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. He's going to go handoff Woodward. No, he's going to take it himself.
Nice play.
Yeah, he gets a lot of yards on that one. Up to the 40, up to the 43, and plenty enough for a first down for Jefferson.
I tell you that Jefferson front is doing a tremendous job of clearing those running lanes. They're pushing when they need to push. They're kicking when they need to kick. That was a real nice read play between Hitchcock and Woodworth. And Hitchcock saw that it didn't matter who he gave the ball to. They were both going through the same hole, so might as well get Woodworth out in front of him as the lead blocker. Kept it.
2 receivers to the right side this time. First down for the Falcons. Handoff, Woodworth up the middle. He's stacked up by Dominguez, first on the scene. Cleaned up by a host of Raiders.
And that's a, 4-yard gain there?
3.5, yep.
I mean, that's Woody Hayes football. You can gain 3 yards on a run. You should win a game.
Football, and I'm finding out this more and more as the years go on, football is a little different once you cross county lines. You start seeing the counties play different football styles amongst their own county. Not even the league, the county.
Yeah.
It was at Wyndham, and they play a lot more like Garfield in Pymatuning Valley. And
And it's an arms race is what it is. And you get into conferences that run heavy or throw heavy, you got to have a defense that can combat that, and you got an offense that can keep up with that. Nice screen pass.
That's there, runs into his own guy, and that is going to slow him up. If he bounced one way or the other,
yeah,
he gets 3 or 4 more yards. He was just pushing the pile, it looked like.
Braxton Boardman, defensive end / tackle, did a nice job. He was spilling, and then he saw the screen and was able to come underneath, but still it's a 6-yard gain.
So it will be 3rd down and 4 for Jefferson.
Braxton's got a huge upside. If he decides at some point that he wants to be a stud, he's got all the physical abilities to be whatever he wants to be.
Hitchcock drops back out of your screen, looks, fires. This one is in and out of the hands of his receiver, incomplete. That thing was humming like Brett Favre.
I think that was Shorty Cormel who racked him up as soon as he touched the ball. It was a nice pass. It was right on his hands, and the receiver was going to make the catch. Good catch, tough pass, knowing he's in traffic, and Cormel racked him pretty good there and just lodged the ball.
Got a chance to meet the Cormels at your house before the game. Thank you again for the invitation, the delicious food. Cormels were tickled pink, no pun intended, because of breast cancer. It's that coach spoke so highly. Here's 4th down. Hitchcock tries to find, slips out, and he's got plenty for a 1st down. Takes it past the 40, slips out of a tackle again, and he is on his way to the 5, and into the end zone goes Hitchcock. It is a 49-yard touchdown by the QB1.
And that was like we talked about before with Billy, when you do everything you want to do and getting the quarterback in a position that you want him to be in, and he ends up, that's a play that you can't defend. Hitchcock is a hell of an athlete.
Yep.
And Shane Lindstrom had a chance to get him. He broke down, but he came out of his stance a little bit early, and Hitchcock put the shoulder shiver on him. And Shane ended up tackling the 30-yard line, and then Hitchcock was gone.
Fike on to kick the extra point. This one sails through the uprights, and we, again, have a 1-score game. 4:36 to go before halftime. Don't you dare go anywhere. Falcons flying into Raider Stadium for a fight tonight. Back after this on Why.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
I pride myself on not being a typical car salesman. People close their own deals in my desk. I don't ask them, anything other than if they like the car, if they like me, you know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, let's do it. If not, no harm, no foul. I'm born and raised on the West Side, so I love being able to help all the people that I grew up with. I'm Bobby Bashera, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you. Randy, I'm not going to lie to you. There's not many people that thought this was going to be a dogfight here tonight, but credit Jefferson as well. They have come to play, my friend.
100%. They played us really well last year. They put a lot of points on the board. We were a little bit too much for them. They were very, very young. Danny Bruckman was a big part of that game last year. Without him this year, still being young, they're surprising me how tough that they're playing right now. They're doing everything they're supposed to be doing. This might be.
That could have been real bad. Dylan caught that and saw the right sideline.
And that was South Range's, they pulled up their back line of Dylan and Corey Pennick and moved them to the middle because Jefferson was pooch kicking it, keeping it away from the deep guys. And he was one guy away from getting that through. Number 14, David Ellis, made a nice open field tackle.
Remind me to ask you a question here in a second. 4:31 on the second quarter clock. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Man in motion. They go fake handoff to Jones. Looking, firing. That one is caught by Dominguez to the 20-yard line and out of bounds. And that is going to give the Raiders an easy 1st down and set things up once again for the Burgundy and Gold.
Again, that's a wheel route from the tailback. It looked to me like the top side, I wasn't paying attention to the bottom side, but the top side was in man coverage. And I don't know if they were splitting zone and man, but if that's the case, then the linebacker's got to, pay attention where that tailback is. If it's zoned, then it's either the will linebacker or the corner who's got to know where that tailback is. He's got to stay in his zone instead of getting pulled out of it.
Hand off to Connor Jones to the 20-yard line. All right, so we've seen this before where a team just has bad matchups against another team, and I'm starting to wonder if Jefferson could be the kryptonite to South Range from a matchup standpoint.
Defensive line-wise, we saw this with University and South Range. University was very tall, very quick, and we tried to run to the outside on them, and they weren't giving it at all. And they stifled us, and I think that we didn't adjust as well as we should have, like quick hitters up the middle, because they really didn't have a defense for that. And Jefferson is showing that they definitely have they're trying to shut the run game down without 100% giving up on the pass. Lindstrom has hurt them. The wheel route has hurt them. And if they can shut the wheel route down, that could end up burying them if they don't have an answer for that. But I think that they're going to play a little bit softer on Lindstrom the rest of the game and start tackling a little bit better, breaking down instead of they can definitely they're showing speed up front. When we ran straight at them, they're not showing that they can protect that as much. They're still trying to test the outside.
Like they're doing right now with Lindstrom, and dives for the end zone. He's going to be marked down at the 1. The jet sweep to Lindstrom comes up just short, and the clock keeps on ticking. 3:04 and rolling.
This is either going to be tailback up the middle or quarterback read. It's basically going to be up to Jefferson here which one scores, either Dylan or Billy.
Dylan already with 2 tutties on the night.
Billy as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Might be doing a power here behind Jones.
Skirpack in the pistol. Hand it off up the middle, and that's a touchdown for South Range once again.
And that's where they lined up with Starkey as a wing. They put Jones in as a fullback to the right side, and they just powered it behind the two of them. You get kind of outmanning the defense in that situation.
Who popped it in? Was it
Dylan?
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 touchdown night for Dominguez so far, and we're not even halfway home, folks. This could be a big dog of the week.
Well, it's, some games like the last couple weeks.
That one is up, and it is good.
You stop feeding, you get up by so much, and, you're getting other guys' touches.
Well, yeah, you can't. I mean, if you're up by 30 points, it's hard to feed the big dog, so to speak.
So, I mean, from, Dylan's standpoint, Connor Jones' standpoint, Billy's standpoint, you're going to end up with a better stat game in a close game because you're staying on the field, you're, getting the ball more than in a blowout where you end up with 12 to 15 carries.
Well, you and I talked about this as well earlier today. I want to say prepping for this game. But there's still a lot of dangerous players on the South Range team that have not really got a lot of headlines.
J.D. Krause is an absolute stud as a tight end. Great hands, good size, good speed, blocks well, runs routes well. Aiden Leone on the outside is a huge threat. Again, great hands, big. Both guys are 6'3", 6'4", big body guys that are agile and have very good hands. Corey Pennick, Connor Jones, Dylan, Billy can run, Billy can throw. And then the scary thing is that they got guys backing up those positions that can all play as well.
Should be starting somewhere else, you know what I mean?
They would be starting at a lot of places right now.
Ball placed on the 40, another squib kick as it is going to be picked up at the, uh-oh.
They almost got their wish there on that. Oof. And then, people complain about the squib kick it deep, give your defense time to run down, make a play on it. And you know, like right now, the Jefferson's getting the ball on the 30. Sometimes they may end up on the 35, even on the 40 sometimes with that squib kick. But you mishandle it one time, and it's a turnover.
And you got the ball deep in the other team's territory.
Even if it's at the 40, it's great field position.
Ball officially at the 27-yard line, 2:31 to go. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us here on YSN, no matter what game you are watching. Hopefully you're watching a little bit of ours. This has been a pretty good game. Hubbard now has the lead again on Girard. Up a touchdown.
The entire secondary has been swapped out at South Range.
This is interesting. 2 receivers on each side for Jefferson.
This is a good opportunity for Jefferson. Try to take advantage, speed up the game to some of the younger kids.
Hitchcock looking.
Nice
tosses,
play.
Far right side. He's going to get about halfway. Bullies his way for an extra couple, and that'll bring up 2nd down and short for the Falcons.
That was a grown man play by Hitchcock there. Stepping up in the pocket, could have ran it. The play dictated, you know, it was a swing pass to the running back, kind of like a screen somewhat. And he did a phenomenal job of holding his ground and not blowing that.
Pass to the right side this time, staying in bounds. The pass is caught, and the chains will move on the 1st down for Jefferson.
Boscar again. What is it, Bozar?
Yeah, Bozar. That's what we're going with. It could be way off.
No, it was Woodworth.
2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top, and Woodworth, the man to the right of Hitchcock. Man in motion. They go flip. They're going to go jet to the left side and trying to find some space, and a big flag comes flying in from the abyss, and that is going to be a holding call most likely.
Yeah, they were containing that end. That's a tough task because you're trying to get outside the defensive end, outside linebacker, and sometimes the guy's got position on you, and you know if you don't make that block, your guy behind you is toast. So you end up holding on a little bit longer than maybe you should. Barry Pitzer made a nice job coming up, tackling, making that tackle.
35-21, 1:29 left to go before halftime. Fans, don't go anywhere at halftime. We will have the South Range Raider Marching Band here tonight.
Barry Pitzer's a nice story. He actually broke his neck last year in the Poland game, in a JV game, and worked his way back. And, I mean, the kid's got more fight in him than a lot of people.
Wow.
And he got himself healthy, was a little bit hesitant about playing again, and he's just starting to come into his own right now, starting to fly around like he used to.
Hitchcock goes to Bozar on the right side, and Bozar gets past the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And again, Barry Pitzer on the tackle from the safety position, flying up there.
Bailey Ryan, they're saying, is on the tackle as well.
Bailey's in street clothes, so I doubt he made that tackle.
Good eye, partner. Again, that's why you're in that seat. Take that, Munson. Clock winding down, 40 seconds and rolling. Woodworth to the left side now of Hitchcock as he drops back. Looking downfield, firing a bullet that one-hops his receiver Bozar, and incomplete.
He had him open there. It was a tough throw. I mean, that's a huge, big-time throw if you make that. They're in a cover 4. Bozar's trying to get in from the outside zone to the middle zone. He got the step on the guy. He was, you know, the defender was in his hip, which is where you want him. And, you know, you just got to make that throw there. Under a little bit of pressure. It's not easy to do.
3rd and 16 now for Hitchcock in the offense of Jefferson. Dropping back, looking, fires, and
nice
he's got
screen.
a blocker. Bozar looking, and a nice tackle. Is that Acquisto?
Hodge, yeah. That was Landon Moore and Acquisto both.
Nice job.
It's a nice play call.
So
Wasn't enough, but I you know, they're running those screens a lot, and aggressive defense. That's what you do to back them off.
So 19 seconds. What are you thinking here?
I'm faking it.
You faking it?
Oh yeah. You got. I mean, this is where, like, you know, like Paul and I were talking last week. I mean, and these guys are in the game right now. You got to make something happen. I mean, you're 2 touchdowns down. You've proven that you can hang with these guys, at least this far. Do something to, give you guys an advantage. If South Range does something in 19 seconds to score, you go in you as a coach, you go into the locker room and say, we took a shot, let's get it back. But I want to keep the ball right now. I'm going to fake this, try to get the ball around the 40, and then take a shot, whether it's Hitchcock running it or do a hitch, a pick play, something like that, something that's going to free somebody open, on the outside.
So the Falcons come out. They're going to go for it, or at least look like they're going to go for it. Hitchcock again, the punter as well. Little extra step. They are going to punt it away.
Yeah, to Lindstrom.
And Lindstrom is going to take it. He's got the sideline. The right sideline. Spins around, still on his feet. Gets a block. Oh!
Hurdled a guy.
Oh! Lindstrom to the house! Touchdown Raiders! No flags down!
That kid is a freaking stud.
Did you hear the entire South Range Raider faithful give him the whoa?
He got a couple blocks there, but that was 95% Shane being Shane.
Wow.
And that's what I'm saying. Is like, you go for it right there, because the payoff is this.
Whew.
Go for it, keep the ball. You don't score, they don't score. They've been, with the pooch, with the pooch punt, they've been pulling the return man up. They've got away with it up to this point in the game. That's the situation. I'm going for it, 4th and 6 right there. Because that might have sealed the deal, because now you're down by 3 touchdowns.
This one popped through by Starkey, and that is good, and that's how we'll go to halftime. Your score, Raiders 42, Jefferson 21. You're going to see that highlight again and again and again. Look out, Top 10 on SportsCenter. We'll be back after this on YSN.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Tonight, since the Jefferson band will not be here, we decided decided to let our seniors pick out the show. In 2 weeks, we will debut our Disney show, and then our Halloween Spooktacular will be our first home playoff game. There isn't a band that has contributed more to the progressive rock scene than the Canadian band Rush. This next piece has its difficulties with mixed meters and exemplifies the true meaning of progressive rock. Here is Tom Sawyer. This Gay Battle Stands hit was released in 1981 and eventually went to #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. This song was the first single released from the album Free Train and was an early staple on MTV, featuring our trumpet This next monster rock track is by the British rock band Queen and singer David Bowie. This song reached #1 in the UK singles chart, becoming Queen's second #1 hit in their home country and Bowie's third. It also charted in the top 10 in more than 10 countries. Some even consider it one of the greatest songs of all time. Here is Under Pressure.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford. Choose a new Ford or from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, you'll get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours. Customer-focused, community-driven. Tri-State Ford, East Liverpool, or visit tristateford.net.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-2323 3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Custom order your Ford your way at Tri-State Ford. Choose the available features that fit your life and style, from the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick F-150 Lightning through the entire Ford lineup. Pick your color, trim level, and options. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. Start your custom order today. Stop in or visit tristateford.net. Customer-focused, community-driven. Tri-State Ford, East Liverpool.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Oakley, Randy Dominguez. Hope you had a nice halftime break. Hope you stayed around to check out the Raider Marching Band and stayed around for our great sponsors, making this game completely free for you here through the regular season. And an onside kick attempt by the Raiders. You talked about some strategy, putting some stuff out there. The Raiders would love to get an onside kick and move it down the field and really put the nail in the coffin here.
Yeah, you get the ball there and you're going to seal the game. You know, you're up by 3 touchdowns right now. You gave up a unfortunate touchdown right at the end of the first half. And if you can come out and put another one up, and at that point, Jefferson really doesn't have a chance of getting back. Right now, it's an uphill battle by 3 touchdowns. If they could have held that, stopped that touchdown at the end of the first half, I think that they're in this game. They're going to have to pull some.
They got to score here,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got to score every time they have the ball at this point.
Because that's what South Range is doing. Hitchcock in the shotgun. He's got friends to his left and his right. Handoff. Right side and not getting back to the sticks. And it'll be a loss of 2.
That's the first time we've really seen them do a design run to the outside with the tailback, other than the quarterback.
So Woodworth, the junior, listed at 185 pounds, 6 foot tall.
Good-looking kid.
Yeah.
Runs well, gets his pad level down, in traffic, holds on to the football.
That's the other thing, and we'll get to that in a moment. Snap to Hitchcock, drops back, looking. He's being pressured from behind, rolled up and taken down.
J.D. Krause.
It is number 20. Hot dog with a side of Krause on it. And Hitchcock is taken down for a loss of probably about 9.
J.D.
6, sorry.
J.D. Krause is, he's 6'3", 6'4". I don't know what they have him listed at on the paper here. 6'3". He's pushing 6'4", 205. He's the type of kid, you get him up around 220, 230, which his body can handle it. He's a legitimate Division I prospect.
2 receivers each side. Hitchcock drops back. Pressure on him again around the corners, and he's going to throw this ball short and out of bounds. So it'll be 4th down and forever.
Remish, nice job on the pressure there. This is what South Range wasn't doing to Hitchcock in the first half. The line was holding steady, giving Hitchcock time to make his reads. That time they flushed him out of the pocket, and Remish was able to go clean it up.
And they're going to bring in a different punter this time. Hitchcock goes to the sideline. And we know what the guy back at the 30-yard line can do, Shane Lindstrom, who just put a lifetime highlight reel on. And he's going to field this one at the 29. Going cross field. Shane looking for room.
Nice
and
tackle.
Finally taken down at the 40-yard line. So my question to you is, you talk about D1 and, being able to be a D1 caliber athlete. Does that help grow this program? You sit there and you start seeing kids getting money to go to college and getting in big-time, college programs or, traditional powerhouse college programs. Does this help Jefferson from the middle school and the elementary school, kids starting to love football again?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, when you got your middle school kids looking up, because they all come to the games. They come to let's see, my house is.
I think Dylan is looking for the corner. Still on his feet, taken down at the 11-yard line. Well, not bad, a gain of about 50.
It's a nice job by Cage to hang with him. Freshman. Cage really impresses me. I've seen him in 7th and 8th grade. He's a hell of a wrestler. And for a freshman, he's not intimidated by anybody.
Right.
And he was able to, he picked his time and was able to snipe Dylan before he got into the end zone there. But going back to, it definitely, when you got your middle school kids coming to the games, looking up to some of these kids that are on the field, and, you're setting a bar that they have to work hard to be like them.
That ball handed off, and not a whole lot on the carry this time for the Raiders.
But a run like that is good. I mean, they didn't take him to the ground. They ran up to the teeth of Jefferson's. They stopped him. But it sends a message, that it's just we're bigger, stronger than you. And this is something that we talked about earlier. South Range should be just pounding the football right now. Just pound the football.
Leone will split out to the right, Krause to the left. And Dominguez in the backfield with Skurpak.
And you see Jefferson's not filling the box up like they were earlier in the game.
That's dangerous with those two back there. Billy the Kid calls for the football, gets it, looks to the end zone, fires to his man off to the left. That's Krause who brings it in. They'll keep it winding, and it'll be short of a first down. Ball at the 4-yard line.
Nice route, nice throw, timing route. put it out in front. JD's got long arms, big hands.
Hubbard starting to take over. Update from Gerard, 22-8 in favor of the Eagles. 9:23 to go in the third.
Just wear you down.
Skurpak, 2 receivers off to the left. He's got Dominguez in his backfield.
Up.
Did we move or they move?
South Range.
We moved.
Brooks.
So that'll back the Raiders up 5.
Looked like he was pulling. He got out in the pool a little bit too quick.
Clock ticks down. Excuse me. Ticks down to the 8-minute mark right now. Raiders have the 21-point advantage as they break the huddle. DJ Oakley, Randy Dominguez with you. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Man in motion.
A
little reverse. There's Lindstrom in for his second touchdown tonight, or not.
Hold.
There is flags everywhere. There are flags everywhere. Sorry, Mrs. Yeagley.
This is partially what's causing this, and it's not uncommon, especially in high school. You know, you get a team that South Range felt like they're going to, have their way with. And obviously Jefferson disagreed with that. So South Range goes into the locker room, and they're coming out. They're a little angry, playing a little bit out of their game mentally.
Right.
And trying to send a message to Jefferson, and it's costing them. So Jefferson's they got to stop him here. Get that ball back.
So now we've got
3rd and 10.
Yeah, you've got 2 receivers out to the right, a back to the left. Snap, Skurpak, 2-step drop, fires the end zone. That one's caught. Touchdown Raiders.
Connor Jones.
And it's Connor Jones. You got it right, partner. Add another 6 to the tally, and it's 48-21.
And he's playing the H-back, tight end, and released off the line. Nobody picked him up. There's a lot of these defense, nowadays in football, not a lot of teams use their tight ends. And the way South Range is set up, they have a tight end to one side and an H-back to the other side. And sometimes they'll have them on both sides if they're going to power run or, try to look like they're power running.
This is Buddha. I'm sorry, up and good? Go ahead.
And a lot of times, your tight end or your H-back from a secondary standpoint is your read. And so many offenses don't use tight ends that some of these defenses get caught up into not seeing that tight end, not reading that tight end. Your eyes end up in the backfield. And I think that was the case there that, the corner or the safety just didn't put Connor into the mix on the pass coverage.
And again, the Raiders, as you're starting to see a little bit more, is they're going to be able to get you one time or one way or the other. They have so many weapons. It's like going into a gun store and trying to figure out your favorite weapon.
But that puts a lot of pressure on Billy because you can't design your plays to go after one guy because if he's not open, it's the play doesn't work. Billy's got to be able to check down, go from one read, his primary to his secondary, and then and that's where to defend against that you put pressure on Billy. Don't give him the time to make his reads. The problem with Billy is you put pressure on him, he's going to run the ball.
Another pooch. This one received just beyond the 30-yard line, and the crowd takes down the ball carrier at the 40 or just about.
Joey Plunkett there. Who was that? Tyler Wardle, I think. First guy to hit him. Tyler's a fun kid. Ball of energy.
Yeah? Just like the old man, huh?
Yeah.
Ball is going to be placed. They got him down before I thought he did, so it's going to be at the 38-yard line. where Jefferson will start imperative drive, and I can't say this enough, because if South Range is able to open things up, the clock starts running and it doesn't stop.
Yeah, and I would expect South Range to start putting heavy blitz on him here. Yeah,
there it is. And he's going to get away, looking for space, firing, and almost picked off. I don't know if the far sideline was camouflaged. Who was that? Pennick?
No, that was Brady Crumbacher.
Was it?
Or no, that was Joey Plunkett. Yeah, at the corner position. He did a good job. He had flat responsibility. And a lot of times when the quarterback rolls out like that, the corner jumps up and becomes a run stopper. And your job is you got to wait till the ball crosses the line of scrimmage until you get into the run game. And Joey did a great job of staying in his flat. Hitchcock tried to force a pass deeper than him. And they had a receiver in between Joey and the safety, but Joey was able to jump up and bat the ball down because he stayed in position.
Hitchcock takes the snap, fires over the right side. That one through the hands of the intended receiver, Caden Heinley, the sophomore.
And you kind of you got to have that play right there to keep the chains moving. So that puts you at a 3rd and 5 instead of a 3rd and 10. The ball was there, got out of his route a little bit quick, and the ball was right on top of him.
3rd and 10 now for Jefferson. Hitchcock in the gun. He's going to roll out to his right. Looking. He's got 3 Raiders behind him. Fires. That one caught right at the sticks, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Nice play. Cage Bozar. That was Hodge, yeah. Not far. I can't tell the difference between the 7 and the 2. And that was a nice play by Hitchcock. Just rolled out, bought himself some time. Hodge was able to split the zone. Again, it was the same play as the last time that Joey batted down to where the receiver got between the flat guy and the deep safety. And Hitchcock made a little bit better throw. He was a little bit more aware of Joey being there. Power set.
We have foreign objects being thrown at us from the stands. Look out.
We're going to get one in this window.
I'm firing it back. It's going to be like Rookie of the Year. Hannick's going to wonder who threw it out. Get me that kid.
Hurry up offense here.
Handoff up the middle and a gain of a couple yards, 2 officially.
Yeah, they're moving. It's the Jefferson line is getting that 1 or 2 yards when they want to. The problem is you get into a 3rd and 6, a 3rd and 8. Right now it's a 3rd and 5.
These are trouble downs because the push isn't going to get you 5 yards.
And they're changing their package right now. They're going to a pass package. Took out their blocking H back. The bunch to the left.
Hitchcock looks to the right. Checks with me. Takes a snap, drops back. Looking. Lots of time. He's got no rush on him right now. Now he scampers to his left. Looking for space. Gets plenty for the first down.
Nice job. Logan Cormel put the pursuit on him. Hitchcock did a nice job of stretching it out. Took a shot there at the end and held his ground.
So 1st and 10 from the 37 now for the Falcons. Clock continues to wind down, under 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Keep moving Hitchcock. Give him the option to run the ball. Pick up any underneath routes that are there.
Snap. Hitchcock drops back, steps up, avoids a tackler. Now to the left, looking for running room and gets out of bounds.
Tell you what, he's doing a really nice job of getting to that sideline and stepping out.
It's funny. I watched the National Football League this weekend, and they talked about quarterbacks going off their spot and how some are really good and some are really, really poor. Hitchcock seems to be a guy that flourishes when he's off his spot.
Yeah, he's an athlete, and he's gonna get a late hit call here if he keeps doing that because he's getting to that sideline. He's already showed he's gonna drop the shoulder sometimes, and then so guys got to come up and muscle him, and then he steps out of bounds, and Yeah, that's an easy 15 yards.
This looks like a run formation for the Falcons here as they got everything tight. Hitchcock will take it himself. Try to get around to the left side, but Dylan Dominguez wraps him up from below and takes him under the carriage. That'll bring up third down.
And that's the bad side of having that bunch where you got all your 11 guys basically from tight end to tight end. You're bringing that safety up.
Yep.
You're bringing them up because now you can play a cover 2, cover 3. The other safety stays deep, make sure he's the deepest guy on the field. And nobody up front is accounting for that safety coming through.
No. Two receivers split out to the right. Sidecar to the right of Hitchcock. It's Woodworth. Dropping back, looking for a man downfield. Hitchcock is going to step up. He's got trouble, throws, and it's Bozar again. And that one is not going to get them the yardage they need.
That was Hodge, yeah, the 7 and the 2. That was Hodge. That was a real nice shovel pass by Hitchcock. You know, just showing he's an athlete. He's a gamer. He can improvise. Don't worry, it's not going to bite you. The females don't bite. The males do.
They better stay away.
She can pick you up.
These skeeters, yeah.
Drag you out of here.
I'll be like Toto. See me flying away. I haven't even shown you how to run this thing. You couldn't even finish it. You just be talking.
I just be talking.
Yeah, well, there he goes.
Drop the mic and walk out.
Munson will get it. Dropping back, Hitchcock. Oh, he's got some
he had
friends.
He had Woodworth on the screen. He's in trouble now. He got himself out. Yeah.
Pass is going to fall incomplete.
Nice play.
That was something out of nothing on fourth down.
Yeah, he was dead to rights twice in the backfield. Was able to get to the outside, get the ball away, and put it in a spot to where the defense couldn't pick it off. You know, gave his offensive guy a chance to at least make a play on it. But unfortunately, they turn over on downs. Got Landon Moore in at running back. Jake Starkey in at H-back for Connor Jones.
Two receivers left. They go handoff. Not much on the carry.
Nice tackle by Woodworth, shedding his block. I'm impressed with Jefferson's fight. They got talent. They're young. They're going to get better. And I really like how Coach Hanna's calling the game.
Oh, Skurpak's going to go long, looking for Leone, and just in and out of his hands. Broken up, and we got a flag.
Yeah, he had to slow down to get the pass, which is unfortunate for the receiver, or for the DB, number 14, David Ellis. Ran into him as he was trying to catch the football. Had it been a half a second later, I think it would have been a no call.
So that will move the football up. And a first down for South Range.
Billy's got to get that ball out in front of Aiden. He had a step on his guy. He gets it out in front of it. He's catching, and you know he's probably going to get tackled as he catches it, but he's got a better chance of catching it.
Leone splits out to the left. He's got Lindstrom to his right. Billy Skurpak has a partner to his right as well in the form of Dylan Dominguez. They go handoff to the bull. Dominguez puts his head down, still rolling, gets to the left sideline, or does he? Yes, he does. He's taken off the 20, the 10, the 5, and back in the end zone for the fourth touchdown of the night. Dylan Dominguez is having himself a night here in Raider Stadium.
It's a little bit of a draw play. They pulled everything to look like they were shifting to the right, and they came back with Dylan to the left. And then he was able to break some tackles there and get to the outside. We got Jimmy Powell holding the snap here for Luke. Two freshmen. Nice Nice job.
That one's up and good. So we'll take a quick timeout. Back after this. Raiders 56, Jefferson 21.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you. A 3-minute third quarter remains for us here at Raider Stadium. And I think we are going to be on the working clock, so to speak, from this point forward, unless Jefferson can muster up a touchdown here in this drive.
Nice little run back by Rankin.
I apologize for the shoddy camera work,
Bruckman.
folks.
Sorry.
Trying here. I got the things sideways, and one of these days I'll get. You think the owner of the company would get a nice tripod? You'd think.
You get the worst one.
I do. They're just like, here you go. Here's what's left over. This thing's got duct tape all over it, and
here's where Jefferson's got to. They're. You're down 35 right now, midway through the third quarter, running clock. Chances of you catching back up are pretty slim. But we were talking about it earlier. I think there's a pretty good chance. Cage has got to stay on his feet there. Tried to do a pass out.
Isn't that a natural reaction, though? I mean,
yeah.
You do it in baseball. You do it if it's going down, you kind of go down with it to try to bring it up.
But in football, you got to practice making that, and receivers actually do. Especially
what do you
when
come
they
to
run,
it? Is that what it is?
You're supposed to come after. But the problem with that is a lot of times you're running out of your blocking because you see how they have 3 guys out in front of Cage.
Here comes that banana bunch again. His Hitchcock steps up, fires,
nice
and
pass.
that is
nice
it.
Job. Nice job by Hitchcock. He's impressing me.
He is.
Woodworth
Very
made
good.
a nice catch underneath. Because he stepped up into the pocket and then backed himself off as he was making the throw, so he didn't take the shot and was able to make an accurate throw on the run over the middle.
1st and 10 for the Falcons on the 36-yard line. Snap to Hitchcock, drops back deep. Still looking, firing,
right
and this one is going to be, we're going to see a flag. That's usually going to be a hold.
Yeah. That pass was a little bit low. This is what I was trying to say earlier is there's a pretty good chance Jefferson's going to make the playoffs here.
Right.
They're probably going to lose tonight. They got a real good chance of winning Week 10.
Who do they have in Week 9, you know?
Week 9 is
I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
Was it? It might be Poland.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
They're sitting at 13 right now. If they win against Lakeview's a D4, D3?
Are they?
D3, D4, I think. So they're going to get some points, even though Lakeview doesn't have any wins as of right now. I think they could probably stay at the 15-16 mark. That's a dangerous pass there.
Yeah, that one was overthrown, and that could have been a
because that's actually a live ball.
Was it?
Yeah, because it's a sideways pass. It's not a forward pass. And you got to be careful with that because you have to make sure that receiver doesn't step back too far to where it's a lateral. Because if it's a lateral, it's a live ball.
Yep.
And if you misplay it, if it's short or high, something like that, defense can pick it up. So you don't want him stepping back too far, but you want him getting back away from the defense, allowing your front to block.
Timeout? Well, not a timeout. That's the end of the third quarter, so we'll take a break. This one brought to you by our friends at Kent State Columbia. Now is the time to think about your future, where you want to go, what you want to be. Your future can start now at Kent State Salem or Kent State East Liverpool. We have programs that will open doors and provide opportunities for you to pursue your passion. We are affordable. We are close.
You call it hometown, we call it Kent State University. Learn more at www.kent.edu/Columbiana. You belong here.
When I was in high school, one of my closest friends, his father actually worked at Greenwood Chevrolet. You know, selling cars is what we do, but that's not what we're about. It's very rarely ever about the car. It's about how you can make somebody feel. It's about how you could help somebody, and those are the proud moments, and I'm telling you, I got way too many to name, and I could never picture myself working anywhere else. I'm Anthony Facillo, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter begins. Let's turn the clock over. There we go. And we are about to be underway in the fourth and final stanza here tonight between the Jefferson Falcons and the South Range Raiders. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you. Thanks for spending some of your night with us here on this Friday in October. Randy, as crazy as it sounds, we had 440,000 views in September. We've already eclipsed 160,000 a week in October.
Wow.
It's that time of year where people flock to the network. And a penalty flag from the Abyss. What are we going to see here?
Not real sure what that was.
Delay a game coming off of. Wow.
Yeah, that's hard to.
With the clock running.
Yeah. You know, like we were talking, I'm pretty sure Jefferson's got a good chance of making the playoffs. And hopefully you don't come in as the 16, the double pass.
You were called it during the break. Raiders were waiting on it on the sideline, and it was 2nd and 32. They'll cut into that a little bit. Man, did you call that? You're like Tony Romo. You know that?
Well, they went back to a play that didn't work earlier. You know, they tried to throw that wide receiver screen, whatever you call it, that hitch, you know, that. And South Range was able to blow it up. So the only reason you're really going back to that is because they were so aggressive on it. You're trying to either hit them on the backside like they did with Hitchcock or you throw it in front of you.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Hitchcock drops back, looking left. Able to evade. My goodness, he's as slippery as a seal.
He's smooth.
He is still running to his right, firing,
nice
and cross-body. Can't come up with it. Bozar, the intended receiver.
Not a bad play. He didn't complete it. Didn't lose. Didn't get sacked. Was able to stay alive long enough. Didn't throw an interception. And again, I mean, I really hope these guys make it to the playoffs because they're probably going to come in. You know, if they don't get this game. You know, if they can beat Lakeview at maybe a 14 seed, I'd be honest with you, I'd really like them to come in as a 16 seed and play Kirtland just so they can see that because I think that would help these guys. And otherwise, I mean, there's a good possibility if they end up at 13 or something like that, 15, they could be playing South Range week 11.
Yep. Which would be crazy. To have this team back in this stadium playing. But do you think it's an advantage for Jefferson or South Range at that point to have tape and to have this game take place?
I think it's an advantage for Jefferson because even if you lose the game, being able to play teams like South Range, being able to play teams like Poland, being able to play teams like Hubbard, they get a shot of being able to play Kirtland. As young as these guys are, you're not looking necessarily. I mean, obviously we want to win everything. But you're not necessarily winning to make a big, trying to make a big run this year. You're trying to build for that, and that exposure that these kids are getting to some of these teams is really going to open their eyes and change the way that they go into the offseason.
Corey Pennick with the gets the handoff from Ethan Zins. And a first down off of the quick legs of Corey Pennick. And now the Raiders will send in some reserves into the game. Try to get some valuable varsity time for some of these young men.
You got Ethan Zins, his senior, who was battling Billy for the quarterback position. He's in at quarterback.
And he did a great job.
Off at running back. Yeah, Ethan's a different style quarterback than Billy.
That one over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 21. That is Joey Plunkett.
Yeah, and I think he knows he should have caught that. A little high, but very catchable ball. Running a slant, typically they're going to be high.
Clock running at 8 minutes. It's going to keep on running, especially if the Raiders score again. That, if it's not already, the nail about to be driven into the coffin of Jefferson's night. Handoff.
Jake Starkey.
Inside, Starkey looking for space, getting to outside the numbers where he's finally taken down. Inside the 20, inside the 15.
Tell you what, Cage Bozar is, I kind of figured he'd be playing as a freshman. And I saw their film, and I picked him out that I thought that was Cage until I got to the lineup today. I knew for sure. But he's out there. He's playing with these guys. He's a freshman. He's showing as a real bright spot for Jefferson. He's making plays.
Down to 7-10. Handoff up the middle. Trying to find some space down inside the 5-yard line.
Again, Cage makes that tackle.
Knopf with another nice run. I feel like there's never been an era where South Range hasn't had 17 running backs that they can hand the ball off to.
Well, it's a blessing and it's a curse because they seem to produce a lot of 5'10", 185-pound guys, but that doesn't do necessarily well for your offensive line. You got some hungry, tough linebacker, running back type kids, but it's historically been tough to
Knopf
find
gets the
5
handoff,
or 6.
Taken down by Woodworth in the backfield. Yeah, but you've produced 2 of them so far. Talk to me about where that comes from. Does that come from the lower ranks, Little Raiders, and understanding the X's and O's? Does it come from a little bit of everything, the weightlifting program, diet, all this stuff, and just tradition?
It's a mentality, I think, that starts with Little Raiders, and we talked about Dave Schmidt earlier. They do a good job of, and I coached down there when my kids were down there, and, Bobby Moore, Deion Miller, a lot of these guys who coach down there, Coach Schmidt, Coach Doherty. It's not just running the football. It's your second level reads. Where's the blocks coming from at the second level? Where's your cuts going to be on this play? And a lot of that gets focused on when they're young. And when they get to 7th and 8th grade, they got to start learning the bigger picture of the offense, and it gets more complicated. And then you kind of give them a couple years to grow into that. And then in high school, you take everything you learned at the youth level, everything that you learned in middle school as far as the plays go.
Zins dives over a defensive tackle down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal for the Raiders with the clock. The next time we snap it, will be under the 5-minute mark.
And then it's just a matter of, these guys come in there and the competition is so fierce, and the difference between 1 and 2 is narrow at those positions, linebacker and running back, and they compete with each other. And these guys, the culture with that, as far as these kids competing with each other, is great because they're great friends. Corey and Dylan are best friends.
Yep.
And Ethan Zins, and Corey and Dylan compete with each other.
Up the middle, that's going to go in, and the Raiders back in the pay dirt once again. And they have a 60 burger with cheese on it. 62 extra point pending.
Is that Hunter Knopf?
I believe so. And here's the crazy.
Oh no, that was Spike.
Blake Ewart?
Yep.
So Ewart in for the touchdown. I stand corrected. I apologize to Blake.
Yeah, he's another one of those kids, just super tough kid. Loves to hit.
That was kicked to the moon by Starkey. That thing's landing next to the flag. 63-21. We'll be back after this. Raiders
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley, Randy Dominguez with you. 4:40 to go in the ball game. A running clock here at Raiders Stadium. The Raiders look to go 8-0 on the season to this point and are 4 minutes and change away from doing just that. Randy, we talked about it. Everybody's kind of tiptoeing around that Week 10. Gerard gave Hubbard a little bit of a scare early on in their game tonight. Looks like Hubbard's going to wait, I said that wrong. Gerard gave Hubbard a little bit of a scare, and it looks like these teams are on a collision course. Week 10, 9-0, and all the marbles in the NE8 on the table for both of these squads.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice game. I mean, there's a lot of big games Week 10 around the Valley. That's definitely up there in the top. I think I love the way Hubbard's playing. Their line is playing ridiculous. TC is.
We got an update. TC Caffey was at least about 20 minutes ago 37 yards away from 2,000 on the season.
Yeah.
And he's only played 4 quarters, I believe, half the season.
Yeah, he's playing like a man amongst boys right now. You know, he came into this season with a chip on his shoulder, set some goals for himself, you know, and he's and it wasn't just him, though, and you can tell that it's him and, you know, those 5, 6, 7 guys that rotated up in front of him. You know, they're playing with a purpose, and it seems to me that purpose is to win the NE8.
It's going to be one hell of a showdown here in Week 10.
Nice cut by Woodworth there.
Still going and rumbling his way towards, I think they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, he dropped a couple boys on his way through there.
Under 4 minutes now. This should be the last drive of the game.
And if I'm Jefferson, I want to score here.
Just to say you didn't wave the white flag.
Absolutely. I think these guys are going to play Week 11, and I think that whoever they do play Week 11, they're going to ask for this film. They're going to want to see what Jefferson did against South Range. You know, you want to see a team when they get beat. You want to see a team when they win, and this is definitely the loss of Jefferson. If I'm a coach, I want to see this game.
This is, I mean, you talk about it. We feel like they're going to make the playoffs, and we're so happy for Jefferson after what they've, since we've had them, what they've accrued in their program. And there's one guy that's in Las Vegas right now that probably is very happy to hear that this program's on the right track, and he was a big part of getting them there. That's Coach Rankin.
Number 42 got the ball. He's been blocking all night.
A little love for Preston Reams, the junior. Listed as a tight end, 6 foot, 190.
They play him more of as an H-back, you know, like what South Range does with Connor Jones. He's a blocking back. South Range uses Connor more in a passing game than it seems that they use Reams. But he's a stocky kid, good-looking kid. They've been running behind him most of the night when they give it to the tailback.
Woodworth.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, last year, obviously, everybody made the playoffs, so it's nothing you can hang your hat on. You know, Jefferson made the playoffs last year, but this year to earn your way into it, as young as they are, with tonight, I think puts, you know, what they did against South Range tonight puts them at a whole different level.
I think so, too.
And, you know, I know that I watched the film with them and Hubbard. They didn't look like the same team.
Gerard.
Gerard, they took Gerard to the last play of the game. These guys they're young, and like we talked about Hubbard playing with a purpose. These guys are playing with a purpose because there's a lot of people talking about them. They don't belong in the NE8. They're going to leave the NE8, and they're trying to. They wanted to be in the NE8, and they want to stay in the NE8.
Hey, I think
they want to be competitive.
I believe firmly they belong. As Woodworth takes the handoff left side, there is about 10 Raiders there to slow them down.
And I think in the next couple years, you're going to see a surge with Gerard. You're going to see a surge with Struthers. And I think the other team you're going to see a surge with is Jefferson.
Call me crazy. Struthers would be a completely different situation if they would have stayed healthy this year. They've been battled.
Definitely.
So many injuries. I mean, it's one of those Murphy's Law years for the Wildcats this year, unfortunately.
And it's a downside of playing young kids is sometimes your head isn't on the swivel as much as it should be. You take shots that you would avoid as a little bit more experienced player, and guys go down. And Jefferson is lucky. For the most part, I think they haven't lost any big pieces to their puzzle throughout the year. They're getting experience. And it's the mindset. It's the culture. And that's the biggest thing to change in a program is changing that culture, getting those guys to believe. And, I think you can definitely see that these guys believe in what Coach Hanna's doing, what Coach Rankin started. And
I think that's going to be your last play, partner. 14-13. The play clock is at 19, and that's going to do it. Your final score tonight in South Range, Raiders 63, Jefferson 21. And you know what that means, partner. Hoist the colors. The Raiders are 8-0. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Thank you for tuning in. More football all across the network tonight. Tune around or watch the Audible Call with Mike Ackelson and the Mikeettes. For Randy Dominguez, my name is DJ Yoakley. So long, everybody, from Canfield, Ohio.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.